Okay, I have not done a North Carolina video in a while. The Tar Heels men's basketball. We just lost to Florida, top 10 ranked team, 90-84 in the Jumpman tournament. And I go to Inside Carolina, the experts who really knows North Carolina. They call themselves the podcast Inside Carolina, so they know Tommy Ashley and Cheryl McMillan, especially Cheryl McMillan. He actually follows these young men coming out of high school, and when the coaching staffs go out and go on a recruiting trail. So he really knows these players. He knows what type of players that we got from man one to the last man on the bench. He knows what type of player each player is. So what really got me to want to do this video was hear what came out of Tommy Ashley's mouth. We got to fix this. This is the coaching. Yeah, it's the coaching thing to fix this. But you can't fix something that can't be fixed, Tommy. Sherelle, I'm so disappointed in your analysis of this game, of the Tar Heels, of the men's basketball right now, because you should know what type of players that we have compared to what Florida have, what Duke may have, Alabama may have. We don't have that type of talent on our team. Tonight, Tommy Ashley said that Ian Jackson, not exactly like this, but it's the best player on the team. Well, a few games ago, I think they were saying Powell was the best player on the team. Make up your mind who's the best player on the team. So this is why we lost the game. We don't have the height that we normally would have. And then so what's really irking me is to see the comments on social media. Why don't we go after bigs in recruiting? These brain children really believe that Hubert Davis and staff only went after guards, only recruited guards, which is amazing to me. That a lot of Carolina faithfuls who follow Carolina believe that the coaching staff only went after guards. I mean, how do you not use critical thinking in this process? And it also makes me want to, say, okay, a lot of these players coming out of high school have North Carolina in their top 10, top 5, top 3 before they make a decision. And a lot of times Carolina do make the top 3, but the player goes elsewhere. More so this season and season before and season of last. Put some critical thought into this. Why do you think that is? Money. The football programs, Alabama, putting money into their basketball program. Money. Connecticut, money. It's money. So now that we have Belichick as our coach for football, money is going to start coming into the football program, and it's a revenue sharing kind of business, and so that's going to spill over into the other sports at UNC, a la basketball, men's basketball, women's basketball. First half. How many wide open field goals did we miss? Let's put that on the coach. Even though the player is on the court, wide open, shooting a 3, or missing a bunny, because I don't know how many times Trimble goes down and miss a bunny at a layup. But so Tommy goes, he don't understand how we're getting down so far. Well, if we shoot the basketball, Tommy Ashley, if we shoot the basketball and we miss, and the opposing team goes down, have the same type of open shot, and hit their shot, so now they're up 2, 1, or 3, right? Now we got the ball again. We go back down to our side of the court. We shoot the ball, Tommy Ashley, and guess what, Tommy Ashley? We missed the basket. The opposing defense gets the rebound, goes to their end of the court, hit their basket. So now we're down 4, 6, 9, whatever it may be. And it's keep on snowballing. The lead, the deficit continues to grow and grow and grow. That's how you get behind. Keep it in mind, we don't have the same type of talent that the opposing team, like Florida, have. Alabama, teams that we play Auburn, the teams that we've played thus far. Going to play UCLA now. Normally we would, but this NIL thing has been a game changer, and Carolina has been slow to the party. Carolina has been really slow to the party. Not just NIL, it's it's the portal. The portal, and I mean, the first two times, the first time, Hubert hit it. Third time hit it. But okay, we thought the guy Belmont, was he from Belmont, was going to be a 3-point assassin, and it didn't pan out to be that way. How many open shots does he miss? I can't remember his name right now. The transfer that we have. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. But the fact is, how many shots does he miss? Wide open. But the opposing player hits his shots. Let's go. Okay, so to all these Carolina faithfuls who wants to blame the coach for the first half, go look at the missed field goals. Look at the stats. How many opportunities you had at the basket. Then let's turn over to the second half. All right, they got some pride. They play, get ahead, just like they did with Kansas. But guess what? Unforced turnovers, missing free throws. How many free throws have R.J. Davis missed this year? That's uncanny. Second half, we're up at least 2 points, maybe 3. Forget what it was. 2 minutes left in the game. RJ's at the free throw line. Missed the front end of a 1-and-1. Critical points that we needed to stay on top. Critical points. What about the balls that our point guard Cadeau, the unforced turnovers, the multiple turnovers in the first half? Throwing the ball to R.J. Davis's feet. I want to get to the NCAA tournament. But, Dean Smith is not coming back. Roy Williams, you forget that Roy Williams struggled in his last few games, for seasons with the Tar Heels? There was times that he could not get his teams to play defense. Many times he would be frustrated he could not get his teams to play defense. And this is before the portal, before, NIL. I'm just asking for the Carolina faithful who claim to be really knowledgeable about basketball in general, understanding who's the type of players that you have. From 1 to 5 that's starting, 1 to 6 who's playing, who's coming off the bench. What type of players, what kind of girth do they have? We don't have that type of player. Our players. And this is what I hate when North Carolina is ranked. Just like when Caleb Love was here and Brady Manick and they go to the NCAA championship game, and the next year, after beating Duke twice, the powers that be have North Carolina ranked number 1 in the country. They wasn't ready to be ranked number 1, but the Carolina faithfuls thought so because they believed the hype. Carolina got on a run. That happens. That happens. Teams can get on a run playing as one unit, gelling. And so this year, ranked, because of Ian Jackson, Powell coming in, James Brown coming in, R.J. Davis returning. Cadeau returning. Not real understanding that we don't have the type of height that we need to play. It was insane to get your hopes up that we should, be road burners, just killing teams. Just totally insane. Totally insane. And so I'm so disappointed in Tommy Ashley and Sherrell McMillan. Sherrell knows what type of player that we have on this team. He follows these kids. And Tommy Ashley, to fix it, got to be the coach. You can't fix something that can't be fixed, Tommy Ashley. We don't have the height. Yes, you heard it. You mentioned it yourself multiple times on your podcast tonight. That multiple times that, Herbert Davis preaches defense. And rebounding, defense, rebounding. It goes back and forth. And how many times did Roy Williams had to do the same thing? Yes, I know you're disappointed in the loss. And the team came out lethargic or didn't come out. I'm not going to even say lethargic. They just didn't come out like the fire that I thought they were going to come out with, because Hubert Davis did say, they had 2 great practices last week. We're so freaking spoiled. It's ridiculous. Our fan base is so spoiled. I think that we just need to. I really think that we need to get continue to move forward with the program like other teams have, catching up with the NIL thing. And that's right there. We got to start making sure those players coming out of high school that want to play for Carolina, we have to be able to offer them a little bit more than this is Carolina. Those players that want to transfer from one school to another and did have Carolina on their first list when they was being recruited, but decided to go elsewhere, now have an opportunity to come to North Carolina to transfer. We still have to be able to offer those kids something other than you're playing for Carolina. I know a lot of the Carolina faithfuls and old heads don't want to hear this, but this is reality. This is our life now. This is basketball. This is it. I would love to go back to no shot clock, 4 corners, Dean Smith, Phil Ford. But the rest of the world didn't want to play that way. So now we got to play like the rest of the world, how they play basketball, college basketball. To read these comments in social media and then hear these, and then I'm thinking that maybe the experts will have some sort of sense of understanding of what's really happening here, the type of players that we have. The dogs that what dogs do we have on our team? And I saw plenty dogs on Florida tonight, plenty. On Bama, plenty dogs. Auburn, plenty dogs. A lot of those players coming from JUCO probably didn't have the grades to make it to, D1 right away, but had the big basketball skills to do so, going to the other schools. But as I started out by saying, the audacity to think that Hubert Davis did not recruit anybody over 6'4" or 6'5" is mind-boggling to me. To call yourself a basketball, you are a fan, but how do you watch the game tells me a lot about you when you speak on it. And then Tommy Ashley, not knowing how we, get so far behind. I know how we get far behind and how the deficit increases. We shoot the ball, we miss. They shoot the ball, they hit. Or we turn the ball over, that's a lesser shot at the basket. Give the ball to the opponent, they have multiple shots at the basket. More than us. Missing free throws. Free. Don't cost you anything. Don't cost you a dime. Free throws. Best player, best free throw shooter in UNC history. Missed a front end in the 1-on-1 in a crucial game, even though he had an outstanding game tonight. Missed a crucial 1-on-1, 1-on-1, front end of it. We needed those points. And I just knew because the way RJ had been playing and shooting free throws as of late, it was in me to say I felt he was going to miss. I'm hoping that he wasn't going to miss, but I felt that he would. The first shot he missed. He got hot for a second there shooting threes, and then hey, I'm just asking for my Carolina faithfuls just to, use a little more critical thinking and before you make start just blaming the coach right away, knowing that, we have all these multiple unforced turnovers, and then there's the missed baskets, easy baskets. At times not playing, I still can see it in my mind's eye, Roy Williams stomping the floor, screaming, trying to tell his team, his players to play defense, especially off-ball defense. Play defense. I can see that. But mind you, Roy Williams had no championship until he came to Carolina. None. Coach Kansas, all those great teams in the NCAA tournament, in the Final Four, missing all those years of getting in the championship game and winning it. And he was with Kansas for a minute now. And then he comes to UNC, and he inherited a really good team. And he did and he recruited well at Kansas. He recruited well when he came to UNC. But again, there was no transport portal. There was no LNI. What is it? Name, likeness, image, INL. There was none of that. And so Roy saw that, and the last few teams he had was not good. Was not really good. I mean, I think that was I forget all the players that was on that one team with Brooks. That was a really bad team. So that was some teams that Roy Williams, that was bad. And they had some height, but they didn't have any shooters. And unfortunately, we have, Ian Jackson, RJ Davis, they was the only two that was hitting shots outside of the three-point line tonight. All right, I'm J Mac Sports 24/7. If you came through my channel for the first time, I mostly talk about my Cowboys, but I do love my Tar Heels, and now and then I got to get in and say something. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe, but by all means, go ahead and give me a like. I really appreciate that, and share the video. Thank you.